channel, and today we are going to look at features of SPSS. So I'm going to take you through the features of SPSS so that you can know where to go when you're doing your analysis. So depending on where you have stored or where you have saved your SPSS, you're going to retrieve it and then you're going to open. So for those people who have pinned it to their bar, so they are going to be easily available. For mine, I had opened it. So because this video is majorly for looking at the features of SPSS, we're gonna go direct to the SPSS. So mine already has some data. I was working on some analysis, so it's open and we have kind of data, but the video is focusing on features of SPSS. So we're going to look at these features, how they are, and what are their purposes. So from the left corner, we are going to look at the file. What features are there in the file? So when you click file, you are going to find a new. So this is where you can start your new window where you can fill in your data. So you can fill in your data from this data syntax output and the other area. So when you click at open, this is where you can also, it's almost the same as the new. You are going to have data window, and then you can also bring in data from the internet, syntax, output, and script. And then we have the import feature. This is where you are going to use to import data depending on where the data you want to analyze is in. So for example, we can import data from database, and we can also import data from Excel, from CSV, data, text, SAS, data, DBase, Lotus, sorry for that. And then we have SYLK, Cognos, GM1, then Cognos Business Intelligence. So those are the areas that you can import data from. Then we have this one which is inactive, which is called the close, or you can also use the key like Control plus F4. So this one is going to be active when you are inside doing your analysis in the SPSS. Then we have this feature for save. This is where you are going to click when you want to save your work. Then we have save as is almost the same as the save. And then we have save all data. So the data that you are going to be having in SPSS. Then we have also this feature called the export. After you have done your analysis, you have the ability also to export your data to the database, to the Excel, to the CSV data, to tab delimited, fixed text, back to the SAS, Stata, DBase, Lotus, Congos, PM1, SYLK. And then we have this Mac file read only, and then revert save file. This one are going to be active the moment you start working with SPSS. Then we have this remain data set. So for example, I've imported data, the SPSS. If I want to rename my data, because like for example, you can see mine is entitled to dataset 1. So if I want to rename this dataset, I'm going to click here and be able to rename my dataset. Sorry for that. And then we have display data file information. So this one is going to show you how the information that your data is containing. So you have your working file, and then you have external file. Working file also and external file it's almost the same as when you want to do the code. Sometimes if you want to do the code book, you can come here and then do that, because the code book also show you what it contains, the summary of your data set. And then we have this cache data. Also here you use to clear data. Then you have collect variable information. You have stop processor. And then you have switch server. Then we have repository. So you can do connect, you can store from SPSS statistics, and then you can add a file, you can retrieve to SPSS statistics, you can download a file. Also, there is a feature of printing preview. So you open the preview that you want to print, and then you click this printing, and then it's gonna be printed. So yeah, this is the shortcut of it. You can do this on as Control plus P, and then you do that. And then we have a welcome dialog, recent use data. This is going to show you the recent data that you have been using in SPSS. And then recent use files. These are the location pathways that is going to show you where you have been using to either store your data or retrieve your data. And then you have where you can exit. So this all features are found in a file. So at least you have known how to use them, because the major part of doing analysis in a software is for you to understand the features, so that when you are navigating through, you are able to know where am I supposed to go, so that you stop gambling and clicking here and there. And then we have edit. This one is going to be used in terms of even to do some editing. Like, for example, the action that you have done is you don't like it, you can undo it. And then if you maybe realize that you have made a mistake of undoing it, you can redo it and then go back to your work. And then we have the cut. Also, you can use it. And these ones are going to be active when you are working with SPSS. And then we have the copy. We have the copy with variables names, copy with variables labels. And then you can paste. This one you're going to use mostly when you start having the outputs in SPSS. And then we have the paste variables. You have the paste with the variable names. You have also to clear, or you can use the delete in your keyboard. So and then we have also, you can insert variables, you can insert a case. Variables, if you have never known, is like a column, and then we have the cases, it's like a row in SPSS. So and then you can also search data files, you can also find next, you can also replace, and then you can go to case, and then you can go to variable. So when you click go to case like this, you're going to go to the row, and then you can type the case that you want to go. So if you click go to the variables, it is going to take you to the row and the variables that you want. And then we have this feature called a view. Let's take the view, and you can see we have status bar, toolbars, and then we have menu editor, and then we have fonts, grid lines, value labels. You have also mark imputed data, customized variable view, and then we have something like binoculars, which is variables. So you can also use shortcut keys like Control plus T. When we are done with that, we go to data. So this one is a feature which brings you a lot when it comes to dealing with data. Like, for example, if you want to define a variables, you are going to click that, and then you bring in the variable that you want to define, and then you can click continue, and you're going to define it. And then we have where you can set level of measurement. Yeah, so you can set a level of measurement like that. So remember that in SPSS we have 3 levels of measurement. We have nominal, we have ordinal, and then we have continuous. Then here also you have copy data properties, and then you have new custom attributes, and then you can define date and time. So you can do it days, working hours, weeks, days, hours, weeks, work, days, hours, minutes, days, hours, minutes, seconds, like that. And then also you can put dated. Where it's not going to have a date. And then you can also do defined response sets. Like, for example, if you had people receiving information from different social media platform, if you want to do analysis as one, you're going to define using the multiple response set, and then you're going to get your descriptive or frequency analysis afterwards. Because sometimes if you do analyze as the way they are, you're going to get a lot of tables which are going to be tedious. So for you to make it as one and summarize and interpret as one, you're going to use define multiple responses for that. And then we have this validation where you can do load redefine roles, define roles, validate data. Remember that we say that one way of importing data is through a database, and database is where people are going to be inputting data as they go on. So if you want to put some roles so that you don't get to do a lot of cleaning so that you get good data which is clean, you can use this feature of validation, setting it so that any data that is going to be brought in is going to be clean. And then we have where you can identify duplicates. So you're going to click that, and then if you are suspecting duplicates in certain variables, you're going to click, and then you sort. Then you have also where you can identify unusual cases. Also, you can click that, and then you identify. And then you have where you can compare data sets. Let's, for example, say that you have one or two or three data sets in SPSS, and you want to compare this data, you're going to click here. And then here you have also where you can sort cases. So it is going to sort in ascending or descending order. So you can do this, and then your ascending and descending order is being activated. So you can click that feature in case you want to sort. And then also you're going to have where you can sort variables. And then where you can do transpose. Remember that in Excel, we usually have this feature of transposing where you can interchange your table to be in a certain manner. You can do transpose. So you're going to click the variables that you want to be transposed. Then you can also adjust string width across files. So here is where you're going to click. And then now you have where again you can merge files. So you can merge files by adding cases. You can merge files by adding variables. And then you can do restructuring. You can rec weights. You can propensity score matching. You can case control. You can aggregate. You can do the orthogonal design by displaying and generating. Also, you can split into files. You can copy the data sets, and then you can split the file. You can select cases. You can weigh cases. So all those are found in data. So in case you want to do any of these actions, know that you're going to get them from the data. So let's move on and see the features that we have in Transform. So this one helps you to transform your data into maybe meaningful action that is going to help you when you start doing the analysis, or you can generate other variables. So this is where you go, Transform, and then you're going to get compute variables. So when you click compute variables, you're going to get this kind of window, and then you have the target variables where you are going to define the new name of the variable that you want to compute, and then you also take the variable that you want to compute, and then you start computing. And then we have this calculator window where you're going to be clicking the actions that you want to be computed. Also, you have functions here where when you click all, you're going to get all the functions that are available. After you finish everything, you come and click OK, and then you're done. Then we have where you can do programmability transformation, and then you have account values with cases. So this one is where, for example, if you had a response where people were saying yes or no, you can use this one to count values. So when you click this, you're going to, it's almost the same as where you are computing. So you're going to give the target variable you want to compute, and then the label of that, and then you bring in that variable that you want to do that action. And then you're done with that, and then you go back to see other things. You can also shift values. You can record into same variables. You can record into different variables. So the same variables is going to replace your original data. So it's always advisable that you record into different variables so that you don't replace your original data. So that in case you make a mistake, you can go back and review. So let me have also the automatic report. Comparing with this report, you're going to be in putting the report that you're going to put. Like, for example, if you want to record a score like this, and then give the name, and then you go click here, new on. When you click on the automatic report, the system is going to do the recording for you. You just click, and then you check what you want, and then you have to click OK, and then the system is going to do the rest of the work. And then we have get dummy variables. Here is where you can do the dummy variables. Remember, like for example, if you want to do analysis and then you want to get your dummy, like one for gender, two for female, one for gender, sorry, one for female, two for male, or one for male, and then for female, you do your dummy. Like for example, if you have educational levels, you can do the dummy for the levels of education. So that is where you can it's short sorry, and then that's it. We are in Transform, sorry. So that's where, and then we have visual binning. You can also do that. We can do visual binning, and then I've done it for analysis. I've done analysis for you, and we were doing the feature static because we are learning. So visual binning is going to categorize the data into time zones. So you have minimum, it's called in the and then the budget set, which was impact architect project. Then we have smart linear also. It looks like you can do what like so you can do a lot like clicking and pasting. So sometimes my pattern delays like I don't know. Then we have prepare data for modeling. You can also do the interactive automatic or fast custom scores. For those people who usually like modeling of data, this one is your feature. You're going to use. Also, you can do the writing of cases. So you can do that. You can also do a date and time wizard. So let's say you can learn how to date and time are represented in a specific, so you can create a date and a time variable from a string containing a date or a time. Because that kind of data here. Then also you have where you can replace missing value. You can do it by clicking, but remember also when you want to identify the missing value, you can use this one. But also you can use just clicking and replace the missing value. And then you can also random number generators. You can use that one. We are done with the transform. And I hope you have learned a lot in this bit of transform, because you need all these features. Most of these features when you're carrying out analysis will be very important for you. Then we come now to the key area, which is analysis. So in the analysis we have a lot. So first one we have the report, and remember that we had the work file, and the work file is when you want to do the summary of your data. So you have reports, you do the code. Code is going to summarize, give you summary of all your data. So you can do the code book as first step before you do your analysis. Sorry. Then also we have the OLAP book. OLAP also you can do the OLAP. It's a way of reporting where you can do the summary variables for time, and then grouping variables like for example gender or training attended. You can do that. And then in report also you still have where you can get summaries, put summaries in rows. You can put the summaries in columns. And then we have statistics. This is where you are going to describe data in terms of analysis. And here we have frequencies, where you can generate frequency table. So you're going to take all the variables that you want to get frequency. And then we have flow. Also you can do exploration of the data. And then list, and then factor list, and label test by the gender, maybe in terms of training. And then you also have postcard. This is where you're going to use when you're carrying out chi-square test analysis. And then half analysis, extra, PP plots, and PP plots. You're going to use them when you want to take for the analysis test. And then we have session statistics. You can do your one sample normal, one sample is a normal, one sample based on the sample common, independent sample normal, peer correlation, linear regression one way, ANOVA, and then range line model. This is where you can find also. If you have tables where you can generate the pattern tables, you can generate the maximum, you can generate match for response set. Remember that we say that if you have 80 who are responding to where they solve the information in the social media, and then you have a lot like 10 lists of the social media that people are saying that they are getting information from. If you're carrying out frequency analysis and get a lot of table, you need to say that you use master as a concept, and then you're going to carry out analysis. It's going to place it in one table. It will be easier for you to report and also for your audience to understand. So that's where you can find it, or you can also find it there was place where we have the data. Then we have where if you want to do compare me, you are going to type here. You have one for test where you are testing a sample against the known or unknown value. Then you have independent sample test. You have some independent sample test. You have paired test, and then we have one way ANOVA. Another name for paired sample test is independent sample test. Then we have general linear model. If you're going to carry out univariate, you're going to carry multivariate exponential parallel component. This is where you're going to find all. Then we have generalized linear model, where you can get generalized linear model.
modeling questions. Then you have mixed models where you have linear generalized model. Then you have where you can do your correlation to determine the relationship in a variable. So you can carry out bivariate, you can also carry out partial correlation, distance, and conical correlation. So you have regression where you are going to conduct your regression analysis. So that's where you click and then you find the regression analysis that you want to conduct. Like for example, you can do automatic linear modeling, you can do the linear regression analysis, tab regression, and you can do partial least squares, you can do binary logistics, you can do your multinomial logistics, you can do ordinal, you can do arithmetic, you can do also nonlinear regression analysis, you can carry out basic explanation, and then you can carry out strict least squares, also you can do the small scaling at break. So these so are all about regression analysis if you want to carry out regression analysis. We move on to log linear where you can do the general logic, illogical, and then model selection. And then you can do also neutral method where you do multi-layer function. You can also do the radial predictive function. And then you can do two-step cluster, you can do the k-means, cluster, hierarchical, cluster, filters, and then you can do the discriminant nearest neighbor. And then you can do dimension reduction, you can do functional correspondence analysis, mode, scaling. And then also you can carry out when you want to check the reliability of your data. You can come here to the scale and then you can carry out reliability analysis. You can carry out the multi-dimension unfolding. You can carry out the multi-dimension scaling. You can also do So that is where you can check for the reliability of your test. Remember, when you're carrying out research or your study, you must test for reliability so that you see that your instruments are good and they are good to get to use data. So this is where you're going to go and carry out the analysis. We have also non-parametric test, which is one sample, independent sample, electric sample, and then we have legacy dialogues where you can carry out the data chi-square, binomial rank, you can do the first sample k, the 10 independent samples, k independent samples, 2 related samples, and k related samples. Also, you can do the forecasting where you create Fourier partial models. You can also create traditional models, apply Fourier partial models. You can apply traditional models, and then you can do the seasonal decomposition. You can do the spectral analysis. You can do also sequence stats. You can do the autocorrection, and then you can do cross correlation. Also, in analysis, you can have table where you have light table, K-linear, and then population, cost, and discount. So, statistics that you can find in survival. And then you still have multiple response. Remember that you are getting a report also, so you can keep linear and do your selection of variable sets, and then you're going to carry out the analysis. So here you find the missing value analysis, and then you have multiple replication. You can carry out what is called people analyze patterns and include missing data values. So you can do complex samples where you select samples to prepare for analysis. Frequency descriptive stats where you can carry out a chi-square array. You also have a general linear model. Also you have a logistic regression, ordinal regression, cross regression. Then you have also simulation. Then you have quality control where you can control the task. You can have also the control quality of the parameter task. And then we have the rough task, and then temporal modeling, partial modeling, and then direct market. So you see, we can just carry out our analysis in SPSS. And then we move to the graph. So we have the graph builder. You can click here. So using you have been told before you use this dialog measurement level predict totally for each variable. So you can also in the graph. The graph we have also graph code. So we have can see but compare. Mostly when you're doing the task for the graph, you can use the negative dialog, and then you can click here. Then you have different types of passport. You have the people passport. You have passport. You have also the passport. And then here you can now click the data in that area. You want to be summarized for group cases. You want it to be summarized separate variable, or you want values of different cases. So we are done with that. You click here to define, and you can do here. You can do now your bar chart. Also for 3D bar chart, you can click here. Line chart, you can do here. Mirror chart, so you see the magnitude, you can click here. Height chart, to do the proportion, you can click here. And then high-low box plot, also see box plot helps you also in terms of distribution. okay, and be able to get their outliers. And then we have errata and the population pyramid, and we have the structure dot. So you see the relationship between variables. Then we have the histogram, also which helps us when it comes to TP plots to carry out what we call the normality distribution. So that's all about the part. We're going to do analysis and then carry out the textbook part field, which is here utility. Let's have here we have utility, here we have a variable, here we have almost control panel, almost identifier, coding wizard, type model, calculated Python table. So these are other features that when you go deep into analysis, you can carry those analysis. Remember that when we get to the report, there was something called alert cube. So when you run the alert where it is going to manually visualize your data, some of the things here are going to be carried out there. And then we have text file comment where we can comment in the file. We have also define variable for macro, and then define variable text, and then data table, and then the other things we have fetch text output, also the spelling. You can take that file, you can run a script, you can do production facility, and then you can mark conversation utility. So those are all the features that are found in the utility. And then we have this extension. So you can have the extension hub, install local extension buffer. Then the extension download beautiful extension, and then you have utility tools. And then you have windows where you can minimize all windows, go to the selected viewer window or syntax window, reset dialog sizes and position. So already we have output 1, and then we have a second data set 1. Go to the data review and open. Okay, and then we have this other. So this other already talked about in this other places. So like for example, this one is for opening data document, this one is for saving document, and already we have seen that one is a file. Printing also is here, and already we have seen the file. We have also this recently previous download. We have the we have the undo, and then we have the scripting, go to variables, and then we have variables, and then we have statistics. We have this one file like binoculars, then we have this one split the file, select get test, and this one is going to be when you go to the data view window, when you click this, you are not because they have not done the value label to represent this one. But when you go to this other area, they have done that. Yeah, this one. So I want to click on A. I told my laptop, what can I do? Very slow. So for this one, when you have placed your label, when you click A, this A is going to display types of names. Like if a saving group recorded, like for example, if someone told that they're in the saving group, we had yes or no. So if I click this, it had already assigned the label. So you're going not the label, but sorry. So when you click into this one, so when you click into this one, this here, it is going to be changing into when you click into this picture, So when you want to value labels, so if I had assigned value labels to my data set, if I click A, it is going to score X, for example, in this saving group, yes or no. So if I click this, it would have shown yes, if it was true was yes, and then if that was no, click or no. And then when I click this one, it's going back to the values, but the set for it, it does have not assigned the values to the labels. So then you have this one, you can select variable text and you look change. And then for this one, you can customize your data editor. So and then here, this one is not visible, but we have help here where you can click and be able to get all the help that you need. Yeah, so we have there where you can click help and be able to get. And then we have data view. This is where you can view your data. And then this is variable view where you can view your variable that you have. So we have this one is automatically assigned the numbers. So we have here the name. So this is the name of the variable that we're going to assign depending on the data that you have. And then this is for type of the data. Is it a string? Sorry. Is it a numeric? So when you click here, we have as a type of data. You can have it as numeric, comma dot. But not forget the last okay. Current string restricted numeric input. Then it will also to give you the number of characters of that variable. And then we have the read here. Then we have the base here where your base of that variable is going to be placed. And then we have the number of decimals here. And then we have the labels here. So this is where you are going to give more of full description of your variables here so that it is going to be understood by your consumer or the people who are going to consume your analysis. And then we have here where we have values. Remember that when I wanted to use this feature of 1 and 2 was not functioning because I have not put my values here. This is where you can place the values. Like for example, we have gender where we have set of female and male. So if I want to find that when I carry out my analysis, I'm able to know in this data set who are male and who are the female. So I'm going to click here, then assign values. So you're going to put here, if you want female to be 1, I will put 1, and then I say female. You can put them letter F, represent female, but I click add. Then from there, I do and I say male, and then I add. For it to be complete, I need to click OK. So when I do my analysis, I'm going to see the portion or the representation of a male and female in my data set. If I leave like that, if I carry out my analysis, I won't be able to know who are female and who are male. Then we have where you can find missing value. All the other features that we look at, remember that we had a place where you can find your missing value. Also, you can do it here, where you click here, and then because I don't have a missing value, it is already automatically placed no missing value. But if I have, I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to put number if I want my missing value to be represented again. So that when I carry out analysis, it's not going to count as missing, but it's going to also give a portion of that. Then we have here, you can count the number of columns. Then alignment, you can put that at center, you can put that there, and that. Then we have measurement, after level of measurement, you have nominal, ordinal, and nominal. This one also are very important because you don't assign your variable if right level of measurement and analysis are not going to be performed. This is very important also, and then we have the role of the input. So that's all about the variable view. And then for data view, there's nothing much. It's going to show the top arrow, which is going to be showing the name of your the heading of your data set. So that's all about that. And I hope that you've learned a lot and you're not going to be struggling so much when it comes to analysis, so that you don't take a lot of time doing analysis. Please you've learned where features are and some of these features, and now you're going to reduce the time that you spend when you're doing analysis. Thank you so much for this video. I hope it's going to help you, and watch for more videos to come now when we are doing the actual